So we right now have a falcon flying over the pond. He just went straight down in the water, tried to grab a fish. He missed. I don't know if you can see him, but he is hovering over right now. It's absolutely amazing. Look at this guy coming right in, right over. Here he comes. Here he comes. He's right over us. Oh, man. He just flew right into the water, just nosedived right in. It's really sunny right now. Oh, my gosh. That was crazy. Yeah, he definitely sees something. He hit the water hard, came up, missed. Absolutely amazing. Yesterday, there was another big hawk out here yesterday, flying over, trying to catch fish. We think this is what, a falcon? It's not a red-tailed hawk. It's a little smaller than the bird out here yesterday. But absolutely amazing how this thing is hunting in the pond right now. And he's pretty big. There he is. Here he is right here, guys, hovering over. Yeah, he's definitely looking for something in the water. He just landed on that tree. Here he comes. Coming right at me, coming right at me. Look at that. Wow, he's good size. Wow. He just keeps combing right over the water, and sometimes he'll just hover right over the top. He made one strike, missed. He's definitely hungry. There he is up in the tree now. So a quick update on the guineas. They're getting big. They'll be transitioning out probably in about 3 weeks. But they have really grown, doing very well. And the majority of them have made it. And we'll see how many make it once they're released, but I think the majority of them will make it. We do have some big hawks out here. But they're nasty birds, and they're going to put on more size. So there you go. It's an update on the guineas. It's Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. A lot of big news today I think we need to talk about as I come to you from a beautiful day here in southern Alabama, where it was about 80 degrees today, actually warmer here than Palm Desert, California. So pretty interesting, but great weather for November. I know you didn't tune in to get a weather report, so let's get right into the news today. Home Depot cuts earnings outlook as home improvement demand falls short of expectations. Markets did not like hearing this today. It's a bad outlook. Home Depot fell short of third quarter earnings estimates. It's the third straight miss. They said slow consumer spending, a weaker housing market made home improvement demand worse than expected. Dow Jones down about 500 points today. NASDAQ down 275. Gold up $30 as I make this video. Silver up 52 cents. Bitcoin came up a little bit today. I think it's around $93,000 a Bitcoin, but markets did not like hearing this. This is the reality. This is what's really happening now in the economy, and it's going to get much more difficult for the markets to hide this, to sugarcoat it. And we're going to see, I think, a major tech bubble burst. And no matter how much they try to manipulate the stock market, it is going to get much more difficult once the tech bubble bursts. It is going to be nearly impossible to manipulate once it goes. So be paying attention. You may not be in the market, but everybody, whether you're in the market or not, is going to be affected when this bubble bursts and the stock market collapses. We're going to see a housing market collapse, a stock market collapse, a bond collapse. We're watching a commercial real estate collapse take place right now. It's all happening at the same time, and people still cannot see the writing on the wall. Another one today, I'm panicking. What the F? Cloudflare outage sparks global internet chaos. I saw nothing on any of the business channels today on this. This was a very, very severe outage. Internet infrastructure provider Cloudflare reported Tuesday morning that its global network was experiencing issues. They had 11,000 reports in the first hour of this incident in the United States, 3,800 reports in the first hour in the UK. Multiple critical services failed simultaneously. Even X suffered extreme failures. Here's another one. Internet is down in many areas of the world. This on the Hal Turner radio show. Hundreds of large sites all returning Cloudflare error messages. So is this just another accident or is it something more nefarious? Was it a technical issue or was it a hack? And it's important to bring this up because everybody's money literally today is on a computer screen. Everybody's finances literally function through a computer screen on the internet. You shut the internet down, you shut everything down. And so think about, again, how do you get money out of the bank? You go to the ATM, you can't get money. How do you do a transaction with a business? How do you make a payment if the internet is down? Forget just a financial institution or a bank going down. The entire internet goes down. Everything is literally screwed. And we're seeing more of this, and you really need to heed the warning here that the system that we're paying our bills on, doing our finances, all the money that we have is literally digits on a screen. How fragile this system really is and how quickly it can be shut off, how quickly it can be shut down. And then what do? I pray that all of you have taken some money out of the system, out of the bank, and put it somewhere safe and sound, that you have extra food and water put away. Because nefarious things are going to keep occurring, and they're going to keep occurring at a larger level. And I think that they have most of this up and running again. I don't know, comment down below. But what happens when it's so big and now it doesn't get repaired in a day or two? Now the system's shut down for a week, 2 weeks, a month. Imagine what this would do to the financial system. Imagine what this does to the average person that can't do a transaction. And if a store cannot get on the internet, it can't even take a payment. It won't even, a lot of them won't even take your cash. So make sure you have some food put away and make sure you're paying close attention to what is going on. Too many people trust the system. It's easy, it's convenient. People, they don't even use cash at this point. 97% of people probably just use a card because it's convenient. But think about when the system goes down. I think it's important. I think that you'll still be able to use cash when the system goes down. Some places, smaller businesses will use cash. No doubt a farmer will take cash, will take gold, will take silver, barterable items. But for the most part, most large businesses are going to take nothing. They will just be shut down. This is why, number one, it's so important to have food and water put away and have some cash put away, have some barterable items put away. Arizona-based Hickman's family farm set to be acquired by Brazilian company. Here we go again, another farm now sold to a foreign entity. So over the years, we have seen pork farms, beef ranches, now egg ranches, regular agricultural farms, farmland being sold to foreign entities. What do you think about this? I mean, Hickman Farms, they're huge. And now it's not even going to be an American-owned company. It's going to be owned by a Brazilian company. Should this even be allowed in America, selling major farms, ranches, agricultural farms? Should this even be allowed to be sold to foreign entities, foreign countries? I think it shouldn't be. This stuff should only remain American-owned, in my opinion. Comment down below. Crypto market sheds more than $1 trillion in 6 weeks amid fears of tech bubble. All these people that would tell me, oh, you should have been telling people to buy crypto. How many of these cryptos are completely gone now? And I don't sit here, and I'm not a financial advisor. I would never tell somebody to buy something. I share with you what I'm buying. Yes, gold, silver. Why do I stress gold and silver? Why you should own it? Because it can never be worth zero. This stuff can be worth zero overnight. And we've seen many, many crypto companies gone. There's zero, they're gone. And this is why I would never advise anybody to gamble in this stuff, because it is a gamble. It is digits on a screen. This stuff can be shut down in a second. And now we're seeing $1 trillion in 6 weeks basically vaporized in cryptos because of fears of a tech bubble. Well, I thought this stuff was bulletproof. I thought that this was, insurance. I thought that nothing could happen, nothing bad could happen to crypto. This is why you own crypto, to protect yourselves, right? No, you own crypto because you want it to go up $5,000 in a day. And nobody's buying crypto and going, oh, I'm going to hold it for 10 or 15 years and retire on it. Nobody's doing that. This is a gamble. And you can call it whatever you want. To me, it's a massive Ponzi scheme. It's a big gamble. And a lot of people have lost a lot of money. And now all these people in the comments have just disappeared again. And then if it goes up $10,000 tomorrow, they'll reappear. But this stuff to me is not safety. It's not a safe haven asset. It's not wealth protection, or it is not wealth insurance. This to me is nothing more than a gamble. People have made money off of it, yes. I didn't buy gold and silver to make money. I bought it to protect myself and my wealth. But if you want to gamble, go ahead and buy this stuff. And yes, people have made money off it, and people have lost a lot of money on it too. But you should be very, very worried now, because I think we're going to see a massive rug pull at some point in cryptos. But $1 trillion in 6 weeks, no thank you. You're going to see a massive wealth wipeout, I believe, in the cryptos. And a lot of people have already gotten wiped out in a lot of these smaller cryptos. But everybody, just believes, just stay with Bitcoin and everything's going to be okay. But I think it's losing a lot of faith now. And I think that as more fear sets in, as more panic sets in, people are going to be looking for something real that they can touch, that they can hold, that is gold, that is silver. And if you need some gold or silver, go to my link down below, SD Bullion. Get some gold or silver. This is not financial advice. You can do whatever you want to do. You can buy gold and silver from whoever you want to buy from. I've been dealing with SD Bullion for about 8 years now. Fantastic company. And in my humble opinion, the best precious metal dealer you're going to find. That's my opinion. But if you're going to buy who you feel confident in. Buy from a safe company. Be very, very careful. There's some real losers out there. And a lot of these companies really have bad intentions. And if a precious metals company, dealer, is not putting their prices on their website, run for the hills. Run for the hills. Do not buy from a company that does not put their prices on their website. You can call them. Go to the link down below. Call them. Tell them I sent you, or just use the link and get yourself some of this stuff. I think gold and silver is going to be a lot more next year than it is this year. I can't say the same for many of these cryptos, but for me personally, in this chaotic world, in this chaotic economy, I want to be holding something real. I believe things are going to get much worse, and this is why I have gold and I have silver. Daily Mail, housing alarm as half of U.S. homes fall in value. Biggest drop since the Great Recession. Zillow shows 53% of U.S. homes have lost value over the past year. This is the highest level since 2012. Very interesting. Some areas of the country have lost even more. Let's look at Las Vegas. Las Vegas, 83% of homes have lost value. I remember when agents from Las Vegas would write me and message me on Facebook daily and tell me how wrong I was. Las Vegas is different. Las Vegas is going to boom for years. Sorry, the party is over. And how, as a real estate agent, you could not see the writing on the wall is beyond me. But unfortunately, real estate agents just look at the money. They have to make money to survive, and they will sell you a house at any time in any market and tell you it's the best time to buy. Certainly not the best time to buy in Vegas, as 83% of homes have lost value, and they're going to continue to lose value. They're going to continue to go down. Phoenix, 87% have lost value. San Antonio, Texas, 86% have lost value. Tampa, 85%. San Francisco, 83% of homes have lost value, and they're going to continue to lose value, as 74% of agents in this country have done 0 deals, even selling homes. What does that tell you? big trouble is coming to the housing market, ladies and gentlemen, and this has been obvious for well over, to me, a couple years, and it's long overdue. We need to see a housing market collapse so people can actually buy a house. They're so overvalued, so overpriced. This is why nobody's buying houses. Rates are fine. There's nothing wrong with, I don't know where we at, 6.25, 6.15, wherever we're at today. There's nothing wrong. That's a good rate. That's a good rate. What isn't good is the price of homes right now. They need to come down. Everything, many assets are going to come down except gold and silver. I believe they're going to go way up. But I believe we're going to see housing continue to go down, commercial real estate continue to go down. At some point, we're going to see automobiles go down, RVs, boats, all this stuff is going to continue to go down. And we need this to happen. Things are just way overvalued. Things have gotten way out of control, and we need a major, major correction. We need a collapse. And yes, banks are going to get hurt. Investors are going to get hurt. But look, nobody told banks or investors to buy in this market at these prices. This is what happens when you feed into the FOMO. Be ready to get burned. That's it. I mean, you overpaid. And it is time to shake out the dead branches off the tree. I cannot help that people overspent on a house. You overspent. And now many people who bought a house in the last year or two regret what they did because now they realize that they overpaid. And so, and banks lent on these homes, banks lent on these cars that are now being repossessed. And people were willing to pay, $10,000 over sticker for a car, $20,000 over on a car, and banks lent them money. And this is an asset that is depreciating, unfortunately. And that's just the way it goes. You make bad bets, you lose. You make bad investments, you lose. You lend money to subprime borrowers, you lose. Hidden cost of homeownership jumps, tightening the squeeze on buyers. Fox Business. Insurance premiums have surged 48% since 2020. Maintenance and property taxes have surged since 2020. Average property tax in the United States right now is $16,000 a year. It's almost like they don't want you to own a house. It's really, really unbelievable what we're watching take place. And I think the markets are bigger than anything. And at some point, the markets are going to just vomit all this up. And you're going to see the biggest collapse, the biggest market collapse, the biggest economic collapse you have ever seen in your life. This is going to be a big one, ladies and gentlemen. And it's probably a good idea to put some cash away. It's probably a good idea to get the debts paid down. It's probably a good idea to prepare for some social unrest in America, because this is going to get very, very ugly. CNN, everyone is hunkering down. The affordability crisis is rattling mom and pop shops, no doubt about it. You have right now with the tariffs, surging import costs, mounting payroll and healthcare expenses, a shortage of affordable payroll, and a stressed out workforce. Small businesses are facing massive pressure right now. They have never seen what they're seeing right now. It's never been this bad. And many small business owners are saying the same thing. It's never been this bad. They've never seen it this bad. There's just so many headwinds. Just the shortage of affordable payroll, and people just so stressed out, the workforce so stressed out, taxes, healthcare expenses. It's just very, very difficult now to run a business. And, while we're sending money overseas to multiple countries, why are we not helping small businesses? Where is America first? Why are we not helping out small businesses? The backbone of America, we must be helping small businesses. We're looking at so many small businesses closing up. We need to be doing whatever we can to be opening small businesses. Where's the manufacturing? We need to get manufacturing back here in America. There's too much money going out, not enough money staying in. You look at, what they're taking in taxes in this country, and yet the expenses keep going higher and higher. The more they get, the more they spend. That's our government, our politicians are taking in more taxes, but more money's going out. We need to be tightening our belts, and we're not doing this. And this is why I'm hunkering down myself. This is why I'm preparing for the biggest economic collapse in the world, because the debt in America continues to soar. It is surging out of control. And this is going to put more pressure on the United States dollar. It's going to cause more inflation, hyperinflation. We're going to see continued loss of faith in the US dollar as countries dump dollars and buy more gold. And I think if you're smart, if you're paying attention, you're doing what the central banks are doing. You're doing what the BRICS nations are doing. You're buying gold, you're buying silver, and you're preparing for a very, very bad day. Another one today, and I will close with this. This is the society we live in. I can't even believe we're talking about stuff like this. Man pours liquid on woman and sets her on fire on Chicago subway. This happened yesterday, 9:25 p.m. A 26-year-old woman riding the Chicago Transit Blue Line was lit on fire. I just can't even believe what we're witnessing take place here in America, where this is not the first time this has happened. This has happened in other states, I believe New York and maybe San Francisco, other places where people have lit homeless people on fire. But now we're lighting other transit riders on fire at 9:25 in the evening in Chicago. We have a very, very sick society. And I think that every one of you better be paying really close attention, because when this economy breaks loose and implodes, you're going to be dealing with some very unsavory, very unbalanced people in this country. Very evil people walking the streets of America that right now light people on fire for fun. What are they going to do when they're hungry? What do they do when they don't get a government check? What do they do when they're angry because maybe they lost a job? I don't know if the person that did this even has a job. I don't know their background. But you're watching things like this take place in society, and it hasn't even imploded yet. Imagine how bad this is going to get when you hit the Mad Max scenario in America, when everything breaks loose and you have a major purge and you now are living in a Mad Max society. If people are willing to do this right now, and the lights are on, there's public transportation, people are getting, their SNAP and their EBT, at least partial payments, things are still somewhat civil. And this is what's happening. People lighting people on fire on the subway. Wow. I can't even imagine how bad this is going to get. And it makes me feel so good that I'm out here in the woods on a ranch with security, with big dogs, with skills, and friends, and just in a climate where people in this area they don't do things like this. But apparently in Chicago, people do things like this. And I grew up in Chicago. Really, really sad to see what happened to a city like Chicago. But this is the evil. And I will leave you with this last note. This is spiritual warfare. Anybody that could do something like this, evil. That's a demon. And you're dealing now with spiritual warfare. And, you don't have to be religious to see what's going on. There is evil, there is good, and you're seeing more evil every day taking place, more evil events taking place in America every day, daily. You got to be a demon to do something like this to somebody. What could this person have done that is this bad that you got in an argument with and you poured some kind of liquid on them and then lit them on fire? And a woman on top of it. To light a woman on fire. Wow. Sad. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. How much worse is this going to get? It's going to get a lot worse. Let me know your thoughts. You think it's going to get worse? You think it's going to get better? I think it's going to get a lot worse. And I cannot even believe that I'm talking about this stuff on a daily basis. This is not just going to be financial. This is going to be spiritual. This is going to be social. And you better be preparing and know where you're going after this life, ladies and gentlemen. Know where you're going. If you didn't wake up tomorrow, where are you waking up? You better know. Prepare spiritually. Ask God for guidance. Get ready, because you're going to be dealing with a lot of evil, unfortunately. Take care.